All right, now before I start talking about the finale of Squid Game, let's do a highlight of what happened in episode 5 to 8. So, the first one, the goons in the red and the doctors are savaging the organs. That makes sense. The marble game, that was the saddest game I've ever seen in this drama because first, Ali and Sangu had to go against each other. Sangu played dirty and he played Ali wrong. He gave him a sack of rocks and stole his marbles. That's crazy. Also, Sae Byeok and her partner. Well, first, they had a good talk. It's almost like they were becoming friends. And the last minute, she just gave up playing the game and let Sae Byeok win. And Sae Byeok was really upset on why she let her win. And then, it was, like the same day you met a friend, you lose them. And what's crazy in that scenario, it was almost like they created a bond that was worth 10 years, 20 years. And dang, that's crazy. And also, GiHoon and the old guy. And remember, this is before watching episode 9. He was such a sweet old man. Yo, also, Midong survived not having a partner to play the marble game. That came out of nowhere. Also, the VIPs were wearing gold animal masks. Now, again, this is before watching episode 9. When I saw all these rich guys, the VIPs coming in, I had a feeling it was just a bunch of rich people bored with their money and don't know what to do and try to find a way to have fun while spending their money. And this was it. And there was that one scene where one of the rich guys was trying to make Juno give him a blowjob. I'm like, what the hell? Also, the guy in the black mask. First off, he wasn't the head honcho of this whole thing. It was someone else. But that wasn't the shocker. The shocker, well, two of them. One, it was Juno's brother. That's crazy. And second, the actor portraying the character in the black mask is Lee Byung-hun. Lee Byung-hun. Dude, I love the guy. He's such a phenomenal actor. I did not expected him to be in this drama. And also, Sangu, just when you thought he played Ali wrong in the marble game, before the final game, he eliminated Sae Byeok before the game. I mean, she was already hurt from the glass, playing the glass game, but then to kind of just put an exclamation on it, he went in and stabbed her. All right, now episode 9. There were some shockers, but overall it was more of a, oh, what the heck? For me, that is. So first, at the beginning of the episode, before the final game starts, there was a coin toss to determine who's going to play offense, who's going to play defense. Now, those two words alone, you can already tell that they're going to play the Squid Game. And it's the same Squid Game that we saw the kids playing in episode 1. It was the very first scene in episode 1. Now, while playing the Squid Game, Sangu and GiHoon going head to head. GiHoon got stabbed in the thigh. It's the same knife that they were given after they were done eating dinner. Then GiHoon got the upper hand. It looks like he was about to stab Sangu with the same knife, but he stabbed him near his head, but not at him. And then he was walking towards the head of the squid to step into the triangle because that's how you win. But before he even stepped inside, he knew that Sangu was going to be eliminated once he wins. So GiHoon, he stopped, he turned around and said, wait, rule 3. Rule 3 states that if the majority votes, the game will be over. Game is over. Even though no one wins the prize money, at least Sangu gets to leave alive. You know what I mean? But in the end, Sangu grabs the knife, kills himself, and GiHoon is pronounced the winner and receives the cash prize. Next, after GiHoon won the game, he was dropped off back to society, still tied up, still blindfolded. He was given a card to withdraw his prize money, and the card was stuffed in his mouth. I'm like, that wasn't necessary. I mean, he had pockets, right? You could have just put it in there. And he went to the ATM machine to withdraw money. The PIN number was his player's PIN number, which I thought was very clever, but also a little cliche. and we see his bank account. It was 45,599,990,000, and that was after he withdrew, I think, 100,000 won. Man, that's a lot of money. And then after that, we see him meet Sangu's mom. Sangu's mom gave him something, and the sad part was Sangu's mom asked GiHoon, "Have you heard from Sangu?" And GiHoon does not answer. But we know his emotions just by looking at his face. That was a sad, sad moment. And to add even more sadness to it, GiHoon goes home. He tells his mom he's home, but we see his mom lying on the floor. I think we can confirm that his mom passed away because remember, she needed surgery, and this was after he left the game, but before he won the game. Now, 1 year later, we see GiHoon on the train. He looks miserable. I mean, like it almost like he hit rock bottom, even though he has a lot of cash in his bank account. And one night, there was some lady trying to sell flowers, but GiHoon does not want to buy it. But then he finds a flower next to him with an envelope. And inside that envelope is the Squid Game card. On the other side of the card, it reads December 24th, 11:30 p.m. Sky Building, 7th floor. From your Ganbu. Ganbu. That's the old man. And then we see GiHoon going to that location, and we see the old man still alive. Well, at that moment, still alive. He's on a bed with an oxygen machine. Then GiHoon and the old guy, they start talking. This is where a lot of the truths are starting to be revealed. So first, Ilnam is his real name. He's not GiHoon's dad. I thought he was. There were a little bit of hints that I thought, okay, he may be his dad, but he's not. So the truth about the game, he started it, the old guy. He started the game. He was the one that orchestrated this whole game because of one little thing. The rich people were bored and had no idea what to do with their money and had no idea how to spend it. So that's why this whole Squid Game happened. And I was right. And it's also revealed that GiHoon did not touch his prize money because of guilt. I don't blame him. I mean, just considering everything that he went through physically and mentally, again, I don't blame him. And then after that, we see the old guy pass away. And then later, we see GiHoon, he cleaned up. He shaved, he cleaned up, and he kept his promise to Sae Byeok. Get her brother and take him to Sangu's mom. Not only that, give them some money, and not just a few wands. He gave them a lot of money. I wouldn't be surprised if it was half of his cash prize money. Then after that, we see GiHoon seeing Gongyu. I still don't know his character's name in the drama, but I just call him Gongyu, and Gongyu is his real life name. So he sees Gongyu playing Dakji with another person, so he is continuing to recruit more players for the Squid Game. Again, GiHoon sees this. He's going after Gongyu, but he doesn't find him. But he finds the player who played the game with them and tells him, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, he really tells him, don't do it. And then after that, we see GiHoon as he was about to board the plane. He calls the Squid Game number. And of course, the person on the other end of that line asks, would you like to participate? GiHoon does not answer, but he does say, I will not forgive you for what you did. How can you treat people like this? And that person on the other end of the phone says, hey, don't come up with these ridiculous ideas, number 456. This really shows that GiHoon really wants them to pay for what they did because they killed a lot of people. Out of 456, they killed 455 people while they were hosting that Squid Game. And again, GiHoon wants them to pay. And instead of GiHoon boarding the plane, he turns around, and that was the end of the episode. So I think they're hinting a season 2. So my impression on this drama, it was a fun drama to watch. There were some shocking moments, but not to the point where I was so shocked to really do this. You know what I mean? It really did reminded me of Alice in Borderland. To be completely honest, If I had to choose between Squid Game or Alice in Borderland, I would choose Alice in Borderland because it gave more of the shocking factor than Squid Game. But that does not mean Squid Game is inferior. I would still recommend Squid Game. If you're a fan of Alice in Borderland, I would recommend Squid Game. They're both fun to watch, but if I had to choose, yeah. The only thing, in my opinion, would be considered a what the heck moment for me, but also a confusing moment was the way they wrote the old guy. So at the beginning, they wrote him as this sweet old man who participate in this Squid Game, and you're wondering, what is he doing there? I mean, compared to all of the other players, they weren't as old as he was. But then fast forward to the ending where he was revealed to be the guy who started this whole thing. Yeah, it was like, huh? You know? And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my review and the entire drama. I know I skipped 5 to 8, but I said that I was going to do a review for 1 to 4 and skip 5 to 8 and do a review for the last episode. It is what it is. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.